Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a 35-degree Thursday, the 3rd of April. It's 43 degrees now, and I don't think it's supposed to rain until, yeah, it says rain in 3 days? Yeah, rain in 3 days. Ah, dang, which is Sunday, of course. But we'll take whatever we can get. It's springtime, man. It's like you don't know what it's. I mean, literally going down the road, sunshine, pouring down rain. Then it's sunshine, dry roads, then back to pouring down rain, crazy winds, then it's dead calm. Springtime in the Pacific Northwest. A motorcyclist's nightmare. Remember when I was a kid trying to keep my bikes all clean, you know, for school and stuff like that. And it's supposed to be all sunny out and get her all cleaned up as you do. And, you know, come out for a lunch break or after school and Typhoon Mary's coming down. And even then, like it is now, of course, we lived up on Columbia Heights, so it was, you know, they gravel the roads all winter long. And man, you hit a wet spot and it just throws gravel and it's just a absolute mess. But anyway, let's not talk about the negative things. Nice thing is, I think it's supposed to be decent today. Hopefully it'll be the same in Vancouver. It hasn't been that way last few days. No rain here, pouring down rain there. But let's go work it out. Come on along. 47 degrees and cloudy here in Vancouver. Once we got off the hill in the fog at home, it was sunshine all the way here until the last couple miles or so.
And it turned all gray.
Yep, turned all gray. Must be a Vancouver thing or something.
I think so.
Well, Mama,
Yes, I have.
made Thursday.
We did.
Ziggity go. All right, go in there and earn our keep and
Alrighty.
move on with the day.
Sounds like playing.
All right, have a wonderful day, Mama.
You too, hub.
All right, love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye now.
Bye.
A 2018 R1200 RTP in for its annual service. And so I knew this was on my schedule today. So, you know, I come in and go to the little boys' room as old folks do. And you spend an hour and 15-20 minutes going down the freeway. I walk past this thing that's sitting down over there in the corner, and the tire's like half flat. I haven't even looked. There's got to be something in this thing somewhere. Or maybe it could be a valve stem or something, but yeah, she's visually, yeah, I see something right there. I don't know if that's a rock, but there's something right there. I don't see anything obvious jumping out at me. But something's making it flat. That would be it right there. A staple. Let's get a good view of it here. Yep. 2 halves of a staple that went snake teeth in first. Or just got a slow wheat. Man, these guys go through tires like crazy. That's nuts. Yeah, that's probably such a slow leak. You know, you can put ride on in that thing and that would fix it, but you can't do that on pursuit vehicles. Pads. The disc is starting to get some good wear on it. They do that to them. These boys run these things. Yeah, front pads are good. Yeah, both sides. Got a little wear in there too. But it's brake flush, rear bubble gear, fluid, oil and filter, and whatever else. I can still get into the Air Client, which is an app that's on that laptop. Actually, nothing's on the laptop. It's on a server that's still on. And they were changing out all our printers here a week or so ago, and he goes, I'll let you know. He goes, we're going to turn that BMW server off here pretty soon. I said, please wait. It's not being used for anything else. It's just sitting there. And oddly enough, I still get updates. Like yesterday or day before, there was a big ISTA update, but I can't log into it. as soon as we try to log in, you know, it's but that air client is just like the old RDC, you know, CD-ROMs they used to have, where you have access to that stuff. But there'll come a point where that thing will update, and I'm sure that's probably when they'll purge it out. But the ISTA updates are installing on the server. It just we don't have access to it anymore. But such is life. But that truck. Unfortunately, we only got 2 of that truck. I don't know how many was on that truck, but only 2 of them were ours, and both of them are Canyon Redrocks. The second Redrock is being put together as we speak. This is the one from yesterday. Just do a quick alignment check on it. So we have 2 of them. These things are rare as hen's teeth. It's real nice. Real nice. Need to get brave and go ask, but I think it's just a fluke thing that we got some extras. But man, wouldn't that be cool to have that as a demo? I would flat have some good times on that thing. Heck yeah. That's one incredible machine. How cool. Anyway, and this 1250 is waiting for a starter. I think I told you about that earlier in the week. You know, one of the things I noticed too when the starters are going back, because they get so hot, there's always like sweating oil around the starter, which is exactly what this one's doing. Yeah, every time you touch the button, it's the little amp clamp thing goes up to 400 amps. And the first couple of starts, and of course the engine's cold, I got, you know, an overload, and then from there, every time I hit it, it was almost consistently 349 amps. That is a huge amount of amperage, and the cable literally getting warm on it. So, yep. Starters, this just one of those things, you know, they only last so long. That's weird. That's a 1250 and this one's a 1200, but you know, they get ridden at different levels and stuff, so they're not always at the same place in life. But anyway, that's what I'm starting off with here. So I come out here to film this because it was sitting in the sun. I even moved it over here so I could take a photog of it, and well, the cloud just jumped in front of the sun. But I discovered one other little interesting thing here. I get on and I go, what is this icon that's over here? Specifically that one. It's like a Riker. One of the pegs, I think it's the left side on a Riker, if you hit the backrest and it's got the passenger pegs, there's a sensor in this right peg that when it's down, because the vehicle stability control needs to know if a passenger's on there, but it doesn't do it with the left peg. I am absolutely madly in love with these things, specifically the Redrock. Not one person has looked at this thing and not absolutely loved that color. No one. Although I hear stuff online, it looks like some kind of drab green or something. I don't care what you call it. It's called moss. I forget. Moss green or something like that. I love the little BMW. It's amazing how well that stupid thing works. BMW, Yamaha, Ducati, all kinds of people use that thing. That works so well. Wish I could figure out with something that was decent to use on my Pan America, because that works so good. Well, I was hoping the sun would come back out, but it ain't going to. Wow, that thing is gorgeous. Holy moly. And what is that right there? That's another one. they're wanting these things up there like quick, because I guess they're hot, really, really hot. I could never ride this thing because I'd stare at it all the time. All right, I'm kind of in the way sitting down here. So. Well, the police bike's all done, and the Harley's all done. Got the different brake pads, got them in. Everything's cool. Look how weird these pads were wearing, all cockeyed. Well, these old calipers on these Harleys, the pucks, the pistons, they can cock sideways in there. It's not the, lack of better terms, it's not the tightest bore. And I've seen when the pads get worn funny, the pucks can hang inside there. But that master, or the master cylinder plunger assembly was producing like black stuff. So the O-rings and stuff were just coming apart on it. So the rear seems to be fine. Because I backed the pucks off, to put the new pads in, and the fluid just stayed perfectly clean on the rear master cylinder. So I don't see any issues there. And the thing was, as the pads were heating up and things, fluids expanding, something was restricting it up top. And I couldn't tell. Everything's all wet if the thing was plugged when I took it apart, but it had to be. And I noticed, back in the pucks off, there was a lot of resistance. So anyway, I'm gonna take it for a good ride, and I don't have enough time didn't have enough time today. Definitely don't now, but get it. I'll go out 500 here a while, and give it a chance. I'll scrub the brakes on purpose and stuff like that. It'll help me seat things in too. So I'll work them and see if I can get it to build any heat. We'll go from there. But just break my heart to ride a 100 anniversary Road King. It's hard to believe we've passed that 120 mark already. Wow, what in the world happened? It's crazy. Anyway, starters on order for that. That's going to go upstairs and get a tire put on in the morning. And that's just waiting for the new owner to take it. Need to check alignment on both of those Red Canyons. And we may have a quick parking lot test ride on one of those as well. Man, is that thing beautiful. Holy moly. I just absolutely can't get over that thing. I had some more people down here looking at it today, and man, it's just something else. You can't not love it. Mr. Aggressive. There's just such a cool look to it. It just looks so masculine. Cool to ride too. It's so unique, and everything just seems so like dialed in. Anyway, about time to lock everything up and head for the hacienda. Look at this absolutely crazy yard. Gotta get this to dry out enough. I don't think it's supposed to rain the rest of the week. A little Miss Shishi here, she had to stay outside all day today because she is deathly afraid of something. We finally figured out what's going on with her in the cage. Something has her scared to death, and it's her trying to get out. And what we figured out is Danny is like trying to console her and actually help her get out. Where is he? He's right behind me there. Crazy old mutt. And as soon as so Christy went out and got her out of the cage and put her on her runner out here, and she just went totally silent. So I figured it's got to be raccoons or something going on out there. You're just a big old baby, aren't you, Sasha? So she's absolutely tripped out. So I put a trail cam out there in the barn area, and no raccoons or anything, but this huge black cat. It's over double the size of the three. Yeah, I know. Of the three cats that Christy has here. There was 4, but one disappeared. But then suddenly we gained, actually you can see it from here, we gained a Siamese cat. It's it right there in the doorway. No idea where that came from. And then, so anyway, I'm looking at the trail cam stuff this morning. And I'm like, what in the heck? What's this black cat? And its tail looks kind of like a raccoon. You know how they get those, the little bands on their tail. And I go, where's the black cat coming from? And then Kelly was looking at it and she walks off. And then I see the other cats walking by in the same place. I'm going, Kelly, look, this cat's at least minimum double the size of the other cats. And they're just normal sized cats that Christy has. And so anyway, don't think much of it. And like a knucklehead, I formatted the card on the trail cam because it doesn't have a huge memory card in it. So I formatted the card, and then Kelly and I are thinking about it on the way to work. What if it's that cat? And, Sasha being obsessed with the cats, because they roam around in the barn, and, they literally go walking right past Sasha and Annie while they're in there. But, then they're not playing with each other, but they tolerate each other. And Sasha's obsessed with, barking at them when they're roaming around everywhere out here. And anyway, so what if it's this black cat that no one's ever seen here before? If it's this black cat that showed up out of nowhere, maybe it attacked Sasha or something. But let me show you something here right quick to show you just how freaked out she is about getting out of there. I tell you, she's like lifting the man gate up and down, trying to get out. And yesterday she absolutely spazzed out. I was watching her all day long, and I'm calling her. I said, go lay down, knock it off, telling her to stop. And then when she hears my voice, I'm just talking over the cameras. Then when she hears my voice, then she really freaks out. We're just not putting this all together, So we decided it's probably a raccoon or something that's coming out there. And they can be quite aggressive. And maybe that's what Sasha smells, a raccoon or whatever. It's got her all spun up. And Annie, even though she's just a little runt dog, she will protect Sasha to no end. It's crazy how protective she is of Sasha. But she can be very violent for a little dog. But let me go show you this right quick. I had to come out here to grab my trail cam. Anyway, this is a regular fence. That's Sasha chewing that thing with her mouth. I was looking at her teeth last night. There's no damage to her teeth that I can see. But that couldn't have been good. That's how freaked out and panicked to get out of here she is. So anyway, I don't know if this thing picked up anything during the day, but I'll definitely have it reset for the night because no one's ever seen it. So I'm assuming it just comes in the middle of the night, and that's when it was here. Boy, is it beautiful out here. Holy moly. Listen to all them birds and stuff going on. We already did the goodbye. We got home from work and it was nice out. And I didn't know if I even had time to talk about anything. I just was so busy. I'm just recording whatever I could. And, I got to can't have it go, hour-long video or something. Or just before sunset. That is kind of beautiful. That is a jungle. If it stays dry, tomorrow's Friday, we will come out here and hack what I can. I won't be able to bag it because that stuff is so thick. It just knots up and everything. And the grass is just so rich and wet that even when it's dry, when it cuts, it's like wet. Look at that grass right there. I showed you that the other day. Saying it's over a foot tall. It's crazy. Dogs walk through this thing and it looks like a jungle. But anyway, I get the old John Deere running. I'll burn through that old gas I took out of the DR in a hurry, won't I? Going through all this out here. But it's got a full tank. I always leave it with a full prepped tank. So battery's always on a charger. Optimate in there. It's an old Optimate, one of the old gray ones. But even 20 years later, geez, that's more than 20 years. Got those early ones in like 01, 02, still work. Absolutely still work. But I think on that, our road to the goodbye we did here, I don't know, it's probably an hour or so ago. We made a couple of stops on the way home. You look awfully comfortable in your little thick grass. She actually likes the thick grass. She says, I can tuck in and be all comfy. Huh? Good girl, Sasha, huh? A little skittish, but that's okay. We still love you. Crazy old mutt. Alright. Gonna roll with that. Here's me and Mama. Literally standing right there. Doing the goodbye because the sun was beaming in our face. We sat in our normal spot, which is got the two little footprints. But you can barely see. I sit in this, and it sinks me down, and Kelly sits right there. And then the camera's pointing back that way. Anyway, we'll do our goodbye, and that'll be it. Got some cool stuff to do tomorrow. All right. Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, am I loving these nights and going outside and saying the goodbye and beautiful, lighting's good, and all that stuff. Dogs running around. Everybody's having fun. But we got to find a little spot that the sun doesn't blaze us in the face, so we're not in our normal little hole. Mm-hmm. I'm not sunk in the hole where I sit. Sasha's laying there all relaxed.
She's all chilling.
Yeah. Hey,
Madison.
You're got a dadgum hole right in front of us. Crazy dog.
Booger.
But anyway, it was fun. Lots of canyon stuff today. Harleys and BMWs. Boy, you got a good old mixed breed of stuff today.
Nice.
We'll take that Harley for a ride, and we'll have to take a canyon for a parking lot ride. Mm-hmm. Do that tomorrow. So that'll be fun. Yeah. Look forward to more stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's Friday on top of that.
Yes.
I think I got a 3K service on a F3T or Limited. I'm not sure which. First thing in the morning, so I'll have to handle that first. But anyway, on that, we gonna bounce.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And you guys have a wonderful Friday or Saturday.
Heck yeah. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you in the morning.
Bye-bye now.